There we go.
Okay, so wait, is this the opening?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Welcome.
Daisy.
Welcome.
Yay! Hi.
Hi.
This is our new show called
TouchySubjects.
TouchySubjects.
Where we touch you.
All the time.
Everywhere.
Okay.
Okay.
Through the computer.
Yeah.
Hope you can feel us, because if you can't, there's something wrong with you.
We should invest in the latest model. You can.
Yeah, upgrade to that Windows with the commercial with the music that's like express yourself, but we all know that it's not.
Oh wait, no, that's
song. No,
Internet Explorer. It feels like I am.
I'm sick of that song. By
It's
the
so
way,
good. Leave it alone.
I mean,
Speaking of which, our first subject today is
people that need to stop.
who needs to stop.
People that just need to stop. I guess my first one would be Alex Claire, however you pronounce it.
I don't know who that is.
That's the guy that sings that song.
Oh my
Feels
god.
like I am just too close to love you. I don't know. Yeah, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
It's kind of old now. You can stop.
Please stop.
Who's one of the people I like it.
Just kidding.
Yeah, you liked it. Who else? Who do you think needs
Who
to
needs
stop?
to stop?
Who needs
It needs to stop. No.
to just cut it out?
It needs to stop. I can't think of anyone right now. Okay. You know those people on like the internet or like Tumblr or like Pinterest or whatever the hell like your preference is. They're like, oh like big is beautiful and like all those body stuff and they call the skinny girls like skinny bitches and like this is not what real women look like.
Don't hate me because you hate me.
I mean, no, like I just like people have preferences and
Exactly.
it's just a thing. But the problem is that these people are doing just they're fighting fire with fire because that makes like thinner women feel like crap.
I don't think there's a way that thin people can feel like crap unless they have an actual problem.
No, like I just remember like somebody was like, "Oh, you're not like a real woman," and I got like really offended. And I'm like,
Real woman?
Yeah, I'm just like, what am I, like a fake woman?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get it.
Add 50 pounds.
I'm clearly made of toothpicks.
Clearly.
Like, or like, I don't know, like Play-Doh.
If you were made of Play-Doh, no one would. You might not be a real woman, but no one would complain.
Yeah. It's a lot of Play-Doh.
It is a lot of Play-Doh. Okay, I think we should get to our next topic, conveniently called Things We Need to Talk About.
Things we need to
For one, something that we need to talk about, I guess we'll talk about the new 50 Shades of Grey sex toys.
Sex toys.
I mean, everyone likes a good sex toy.
I feel like, no, that's not necessarily true. I feel like there's a lot of stigma behind like sex toys. Like everybody's like, oh,
but we still enjoy them. Like that deal with daddy.
Like that. Oh, you're gonna be like that girl. Like that.
But
There's a lot of
you don't tell anyone about it unless you're me. You tell anyone.
I know, but I feel like there's like people aren't like open about their.
But they should be. We should not be.
Yeah, like
Honestly, there's no reason to be ashamed. But my point is, on my calendar is why is my friend's birthday. It's a little late for that phone. But, no, like I can understand if you like the series, like 50 Shades of Grey, whatever, huge hit. It's not that well written for my taste. I thought it was kind of repetitive, and I mean,
I see a lot of the same
erotic.
problems.
Don't get me wrong.
Actually, I see a lot of the same problems that it has with Twilight.
The repetitive, like,
stalkerish tendencies of like this guy that like why is he so
And
stalkerish?
apparently like housewives all over America are like, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's just like I will follow you to Georgia even though you specifically asked me not to.
So weird. But like my point is, I don't need to go to Spencer's and look in the back and see a bunch of like ties from 50 Shades of Grey. Like, if I read this book and I know what was done with that tie, how are you going to think that I'm going to pay $25 for like this used tie? Because in my brain, I'm not thinking like, oh, I'm the first person using it. In my brain, I'm thinking like, this was wrapped around a bed, wrapped around like people's mouths.
Anastasia Steele.
I don't want that.
I don't
in
like
my
her.
mouth. That's just my opinion. But whatever. It's just like.
Wait, does it sell the tie with like the gray eyes and like the hair?
The tie.
Like, wait, hold on.
I felt the tie. It felt like checkerboard, like brick looking type. I can't explain it. It kind of looks like chain link fabric.
Well, see, the problem is that they need to make this tie exactly how it's depicted in the book, right? So,
wait, you read the book?
I read a few chapters. I got a little bit into it, but okay. So, like, you see, come to the first part where Christian Grey is like, introduced or whatever. Like Anna sees him for the first time, and it describes it as like a tall, like light skinned or whatever skinned man with a beard who has gray eyes and like a certain color hair. So basically, this book described the tie with the eyes and the hair. The man doesn't have eyes or hair, but the tie does. So if they're selling a 50 Shades of Grey tie, it needs to be that tie.
I don't want that tie. You just killed it for me.
But that's what it is, like, in the book. Like, did you read it?
This is the thing. My mom read every book.
Oh,
and during the third book, she was like, she was reading it. Yeah, she was reading it in the same room that I was watching TV, and I'm just like zoned out. And she's reading the book. She's reading. Then she gets like this pissed off like look, and I look at her like, "You all right there?" And then she drops the book and goes, "That's it. I'm done. This is too much. It's exhausting to read." And I was like, "What are you talking?" And she's like, "It's too much sex. Like I can't do this anymore." And I was just like, "Fine." So then she had like, yeah, right, like
and that's the whole thing. There's too much sex in porn.
It's exhausting. No, but like so then like the 3 books are there. So I'm just like looking at them like maybe this is a really good idea. So I go like to a random page and I open it and I'm just like, not a good idea. So like, put it this way, I read a paragraph at most, like maybe a paragraph and a half. Like it wasn't even like half of the page, and it literally repeated the same sentence like 7 times, and it got a little old. But
I'm just like, I don't know. Like I read the first few chapters. I got like almost halfway into the first book, and like you're reading the opening stuff, and you're just it's really boring.
It's not a good book. It's not a well-written book. The only reason why people like it is because it's what every like housewife that doesn't like get any over like in the whole country. They're obsessed with it. They really should.
Housewives, go to your husbands and have sex with them.
Do it every day,
like all the time,
even on Sunday. Don't care if it's Lord's Day. Just get it.
You can't say that to like offend people.
Hey, I mean, if you're trying not to get offended, this might not be right now.
Yeah, it's touchy subject.
Yeah, touchy subject.
But
have you thought that's touching you yet?
Because
if you haven't, you might want to refresh the page.
We should be playing footsies right now.